Good morning to all. Hello. ಸರಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. Good morning everyone. Yesterday we were discussing about factors influencing perception, right? Under that we had discussion of 3 points. So one is the internal factor, external factor, and third one is the similar factor. Okay, so three factors we have discussed under the factor which will be influencing our perceptions. So let me tell a little bit about it. Yeah, or yesterday what we have thought in order to get connectivity to the further one. Okay, so internal factor, needs and desires, we understood. Internal factor, when perception will take place when there is a needs and desires. Okay, and secondly personality. Okay, that particular person's personality should be good, obviously the perception will take accordingly the place. Okay, so these two factors which we will be studying under the internal factors. Okay, internal factor which will be influencing on perception. Okay, for perception is highly influenced by the person's personality as well as the needs and desires. So let me move into the second factor, that is external, means outside factor which are going to influence on the perception. Okay, so what are those outside factors? Like size of the information which I am giving to you should be reasonable one. Then only what will happen, you will be listening it, otherwise you will not listen it. Okay, so size of the information, size of the uh, what input what I am giving, that should be exact one or the correct one which you will be able to receive it, otherwise you will not receive it, perception will not go. Okay, perception will not take place. For example, if I am keep on telling same things for 2 hours 3 hours, means you will not listen, so their perception will get lapsed or it will not take place properly. So perception, in order to make perception go well, or in order to make it very active, the perception process, what we have to do, the size of the matter what I'm going to tell you, that should be what we shortcut or very meaningful or reasonable timings within the time boundary. Within the planning I have to complete the concept whatever I have taken, then the perception process will take place well. So moving to the second under the external factor, that is intensity. Intensity should be there, otherwise you will not, the perception process will not take place. Okay, there should be a intensity, or else the perception will not take place properly. Moving to the frequency under the external factor, the frequency of telling certain aspects should be reasonably accurate one, correct one, then only you will be perceiving it, otherwise you will not perceive, the perception process will not take place properly. Status is also very important. See, in order to do a perception, see, you are perceiving things whatever I am telling. My status is like Chaya, assistant professor, Department of Commerce, Karnataka State Open University. I have one particular designation, hence I am teaching particular subject or particular concept to you. That's why you are listening. Otherwise, if I don't have status of assistant professor of KSOU Commerce Department, you will not listen to it. Okay, the perception process will not take place at all. Okay, so in order to have perception, there should be a status and contrast. If you know everything whatever I am explaining you, then there is no use. What you will think, there is no use. I know everything, why she is telling something which I know already. Like that you will be thinking, and what you will do, the process of perception will not take place within your mind. So there should be a contrast, like very innovative, creative matters, new things. If I tell, what will happen? You will be listening my class, right? So the perception process will take place when there is a contrast in the matter or the contrast in the input. What I am going to give you, what I am giving you right now. Okay. So then only you will be listening it. If I tell simple things which you know already, then perception process will not take place at all. Okay. So this is the 5 points which will be covered under the external factors. So internal means one individual. As I am individual, my personality and my needs and desires influence me. Okay, influence my perception. And external factor, size of the matter which you are going to give me, that should be comfortable for me. Then only the perception process will take place in me. Otherwise, it will not take intensity. I should have intensity of listening it. Okay, if I don't have intensity, I don't listen it. Then moving to the frequency like. The gap, even if you go for a movie 2.5 hours, there will be an interval, right? So that gap should be maintained while delivering the lecture, while delivering the information, while delivering the inputs to you. Okay, so yeah, that frequency should match, should be accurate one in order to have a perception process. Okay, status is also very important. The person who is going to deliver the particular lecture, he should have particular status. Otherwise, the opposite end, the perception process will not take place. Somebody is coming, something they are telling, why to listen, I don't want to listen, like that kind of conversation will come. Okay, so status should be there. I should have proper designation, proper status, then only you will be sitting and listening. Okay, all should get connected, then only the perception process will be taking place, otherwise it will not. So moving to the last point, contrast. So I should give always something innovative, creative things and all. Then only you will be taking it. Otherwise, you will not take it. Okay. So what I know, that is only madam is telling. So I'm not interested. I don't attend. You will tell. So I should give very good input to you. Then only you will be listening. Otherwise, you will not listen it. Okay. So moving to the stimulus factors. The stimulus factors, that is the other factor which will be influencing on the perception. Last factor, this is okay. Internal, external, stimulus is the last factor. So let us see under that what are the concepts covered. Similarity, proximity, continuity, context. Okay, similarity should be there. See, whatever I'm going to explain to you, that should be related to OB only. If I tell something else apart from this, you will not listen. There should be a similarity. What subject has been given you to study, what have been structured by the university. According to that structured content, I have to teach you, because you will be facing exam on that only, right? So relating to it, I should teach you. There should be a similarity. Then only the perception from your end will take place. Now coming back to the organization, suppose person is working in HRM means we should give training or some inputs to him relating to HRM only. If person is working in accounts means we should give training, development and all to relate to that particular staff relating to accounts concept only. Then only perception will take place. Otherwise, it will not take place. Some technical people, for them we have to give technical trainings only, then only perception will take place, otherwise it will not take place. So similarity should be there, proximity should be there, then continuity should be there, then contextualizer. So proximity should be there, then continuity should be there, contextualizer, it should be related one, or else there should be continuity one to one, and there should be a proximity between the matters, that is most important. Otherwise, what will happen? Perception process will not take place at all. Hope all these three is very clear, very important, and very easy to understand. Also, it is very important. Factors influencing the perception: three, internal, external, stimulus. Internal, you understood, individual. Okay, my needs and desires, my personality. Externally, you understood size, intensity, frequency, status, contrast. And moving to the last factor, stimulus factor, there you will be studying about the similarity, proximity, continuity, and as well as contextualized one. Okay, so this is most important. Very simple. I hope up to this everything is clear to you, so that I can move on to the next heading. Is it clear to all? I'm expecting your reply in chat box. Please put it. In case if you have any doubts, you can ask me. So up to this, I'll assume that since you're not putting any response, I'll assume that everything is clear to you. Okay. So moving to the next heading, perceptual error. But this is also very important, most important, and simple also. Okay, perceptual errors and distortion. Perceptual errors and distortion. So far, we have understood influencing factors. Now you will be understand. You will be going to understand about errors, perceptual errors and distortion. Okay, what are the perceptual errors and distortion is most important. Okay, so when you will perceive things wrongly, there are some certain situations are there. Okay, let us understand one by one when perception go wrong. Okay, when it goes wrong, due to some like unavoidable factors and all reasons and all. Let us study one by one when the perception activities will go wrong. The first one is selective perception. Selective perception. Okay, so now what will happen? I am telling so many things to you. Okay, but what you will do, you will be having selection right in your mind. Like whatever I am telling, you will not receive it. Okay, you will not perceive it. You will be having the selection in the mind. You will be having freedom of selecting what you want. Okay, so I will tell 10 points and you will be receiving only 5. Okay, rest you will be leaving it. So your selection process, if it is correct, then no problem. If your selection process is wrong, then what will happen? Perception will go wrong. Okay, so see, I have told 10 points to you. You have received, okay, 5 points which are like not connecting to it. See, while explaining so many examples and all, we will be giving out of the purview of that particular concept also, we will take and give example. Okay, but which is near to your concept, that you need to catch it, right? Sometimes what will happen, what is most wanted or what is most required, that we will not catch. What is like what and all we don't want, that we will catch it. Okay, generally sometimes it will happen like that. Being a human being, sometimes we do mistakes, right? Whatever we tell, what exactly required, that we will not receive. What exactly not required, the additional things which we have told you to make you to understand, that will be catching very well. Okay, so your selection should be very well. Okay, like the process, the selection process should be very highly intellectual, on the basis of highly intellectuality. You should be very intellectual, you should be very intelligent while selecting the things whatever has been delivered by the faculty. Or if you take an example of organization, here we are talking in the context of organization, right? When we give some sort of training to the employees, like we will be giving all sort of trainings. Okay, what exactly required, that they need to catch it. Okay, other than that, if they catch it, proper training requirement, if they don't catch it, then what will happen? Perception will go wrong. Okay, so again, that is depending on the perception personality of the particular person, because each and every individual will vary. That is why we are finding lot of the differences in scoring also, right? Someone will score 80%, someone will score 75%, somebody will score 50, someone will fail. Okay, so everybody will be sitting in one classroom and listening class, same lecture, same input delivery and all will take place. But here, what will happen? The other end, whatever the things you are receiving it will vary from person to person. Okay, so his personality, his knowledge, desires, needs, and all will play major role. Okay, we have stated in the other part, right? Influencing factors. Those factors and all will matters a lot. So selective perception, then projection. Okay, so projection is also, see, sometimes you are very intelligent, you'll be studying for so many hours and all, you'll be having discussion with your friends and all, doubts and all, you are getting clarifications and reading so many source also related to particular concept. But in exam, if you don't write properly, then what will happen? All those efforts will become waste. So whatever you will study, that you should know how to project yourself. Okay, that time also perceptual errors will take place. Okay, so you will go through things, perception is not up to the mark, you will have discussion with your friends, so many sources you will go through about particular concept, but perception is not proper one, means your projection will not be up to the mark. Okay, this is perceptual errors of the distortion. Okay, so again, problem. See, projecting yourself is most important. That is why very smart people, smart in the sense only outside appearance, even while convincing the customers, also the person should be very highly intellectual, highly caliber person. Generally they will place in the marketing department. Okay, whomever they contact, or if you take big companies, the CEO or some marketing department, highly qualified person, highly intellectual person who is having lot of exposure towards the international market and all, they will be appointed as a people, because they need to project, right? And suppose Infosys, if you take, they need to project in international market very well, their shares, their the market performance, company's profit, then dividend, interest paying to the shareholders. All the parameters are very important. So the all they are doing it, but if they appoint a person who is not able to project himself, then what will happen? Business will get collapsed. So projection is very important. If projection goes wrong, again perceptual errors or distortion will take place. Then the stereotyping. Okay, sometimes what will happen? Perceptual errors where it will take place. Suppose I'm in the group of 15 members. If they tell something wrongly, since I'm in a group, what will happen? I will get influence. Okay, so social group also influence on me. So if the group is wrong, group leader is wrong, group members are wrong, then what will happen? Stereotyping will take place. There also, that is also one of the perceptual error or the distortion. So social group influence is also most important. That is why with whom we are making friendship, with whom we are moving, with whom we are getting in well, so that all most important. If you are with a good person, if you are discussing many things with him, if you are referring sources and all, if you are collecting question paper, always having a discussion and making notes, making short points, obviously what will happen, it will become very easy to write the exam. Or else suppose you are in with some 4 5 members group, they are not studying well, they'll not have discussion whenever they meet about the studies. They don't know source, they don't know how to write, they don't know how to refer, they don't know how to make short points and all. What will happen? Obviously, we will also get sort of bad influence and we will not do well. This is called as an stereotyping. This is one type of perceptual errors of the distortion where it will take place. Moving to the fourth point, halo effect. Okay, this is actually intelligence, sociability, appearance. Okay, so I'll have under the halo effect, what will happen? Most important criteria are intelligence, sociability, appearance. So you should carry all these aspects with you. You should be very intelligent. If you are not intelligent, again perception, perceptual errors will take place, distortion will take place. Okay. Then the sociability. See, sometimes we need to move with the people, then only we will understand society well. If we are not sociable, either good experience or bad experience, whatever may be the experience, but ultimately, wow, once you are with the people, you can understand their mentality, their thinking way, their cunning way, and all many things you can study about them. So sociability, sometimes some people will be very intelligent, even that also you can catch it. Okay, it may be neither positive or negative, whatever it may be. When you move with the people, when you are social, obviously you will understand people. That's why we will be having sort of gathering functions and all, because we need to know, get together and all, we need to know about the people, right? So sociability is most important and appearance is also most important. Okay, so these are all the important factors which will be affecting us a halo effect. Again, it's a perceptual error and distortion. So under that halo effect, where the person should have the intelligence, sociability, appearance. If he is not perfect in all these three components, then obviously perceptual errors and distortion will take place. Okay, then impression. If we see some people, know, like we feel like impression. I got very bad impression about that particular person. We will tell, right? ನನ್ಗವ್ರು ನೋಡಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವರು ಅನ್ಸ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, like that we tell, no. So that impression is most important. Okay, so here sometimes what will happen? Perceptual errors. Sometimes, like while understanding about the person also, sometimes wrongly we will perceive things. Okay, if somebody is really good, but our perception, what will happen? Because again, our perception is depending on intelligence, sociability, and our appearance and all, right? If all those three components are not up to the mark, then what will happen? Impression will be leading towards the perceptual errors and distortions. Okay, inferences. Sometimes we will do what we inferences is nothing but we call it, like ooh, guessing. If we see some people, I'm not feeling is a true person, is a genuine person, like that we will tell. Some sort of guessing activities will take in our mind. Okay, so that will also leads towards the perceptual errors of the distortion. Okay. Then attributions, characteristic features. So some of the characteristic features, looking into that also perceptual errors will take place or distortion will take place. We will look into one particular person and what is his character and all we will think. So after that we will be framing perception about that particular person inside our mind. Maybe that particular person may be correct one, but we will be thinking about his character and all. See, by character you can't judge a person. Sometimes what will happen, looking into his character, we will be judging a one particular person's personality. So there also perceptual errors will take place. Okay, distortion will take place. Okay, so next moving to the perceptual set. Okay, perceptual set. What are those perceptual set? It is nothing but again belief and object. Okay, sometimes see from which background I have come. That is also influencing on my perception. Okay, that is my belief. Okay, my religion, my community, whatever the things have been thought in my home, based on that belief and object also I'll be judging the person. Okay, there also perceptual errors and distortion will take place. Okay, moving to the last 9 points are there actually. Now ninth one I am going to explain you. Perceptual defense. Okay, here what will happen in perceptual defense, screening of elements which create conflict and threatening situation. So we will be screening some elements. Okay, generally those elements what will, or what that will do, creates lot of conflict and threatening the situation. Okay, so what we will be doing sometimes for in perceptual defense, we will screen some elements. Okay, in our mind we will take some aspects as a criteria. So based on those criterias, what will happen, it will be leading towards lot of chaos, then conflict, quarrel, misunderstanding, and all, like between the people, their mind will get spoiled. That kind of situation we will create. So again, here what will happen? If I tell something about it, what you will be doing? Suppose you are perceiving rightly whatever I have told. Suppose I told wrongly, you have perceived and you have assumed it correctly. Means you have screened it. So while screening also, though I have told wrong thing, while screening, since I am a faculty or a student, while screening you have given positive marks to it, whatever I have wrongly told to you. Then you will take my word and you will be doing whatever I have told accordingly. Then what will happen? It will create lot of chaos, conflicts, quarrel between the people and all. The situation you can watch now what is happening around us. So that is the best example. So screening of elements which create conflict and threatening the situations. So this kind of things also actually perceptual errors or the distortion. So 9 points you should know, Pakka. It is very important and very simple also. So I told selective perception. While selecting, if anything goes wrong, obviously error will take place in perception. Projection. You know everything. If you don't know projecting yourself, then obviously perception wrong will take place. Stereotyping means what will happen? Social group influence. If you are in wrong group, wrong influence you will get. Again, perceptual errors. See, generally, I'm telling you what will happen. Suppose if you are in group, whatever the group members will tell, that you will be collecting. Okay, that you will be perceiving in your mind. Whatever I am telling, you will not listen. You are getting influenced by your group. Okay, social gathering and group, so wrongly influenced. So perception errors will take place. That is called the stereotype. Okay, halo effect. Moving to that, person should have intelligence, social sociability, appearance should be there. So all these components should be there under the halo effect, or else perception errors will take place. Impression, again impression is depending on, see how I will get impression on you. Say I should have proper knowledge about you, I should be intelligent in judging you. Okay, so sociability should be there for me, means I should have lot of moment with the people. Then only I can do comparison and I can judge, I can get one concrete form of impression about you. Suppose I'm not moving with anyone, I'm not intelligent, then my appearance is very worse, then what will happen? Obviously, it will be leading towards the perceptual errors of the distortion. then what will happen, inference sometimes, we ourselves will be doing some guessing and all. Okay, we don't know exactly what it is, but we will do guessing activities. There also errors will take place. Very simple to remember. Okay, if you know the words, you can write with your own examples, own explanations and all. Okay, attributions, so characteristic features and all. Sometimes we will wrongly guess and we will be judging the personality. There also perception errors will take place. Okay, then perceptual set. Sometimes my perception about the other person, depending on my belief, my object. Okay, my brought up will play major role. Okay, so my mind is made from my family, means whatever that influence is there, on that I will be judging other person. Okay, there also error will take place. Then perceptual defense. Okay, while screening, so many things we will read in the newspaper, so many things we will hear in the TV channels and all, so many things we will watch. So we will be taking wrong one. So ultimately, lot of problem it will create. So perceptual errors, and the organization also, so many things will take place. Only wrong things will be taken by employees, means obviously the production will not get improved. Okay, because perceptual errors has taken place. So always the person who is giving training to you, okay, that particular person is also important. And in the other end, the person who is getting into the training, who is taking training, his mentality is also most important. Both end it is very important. Both end we require. Both end has been considered as very important. So giving and taking, both end should be very clever, very understandable. Okay, then perception will go well, or else perception will go wrong. Hope it is clear to all. Very simple. Hope it is clear to all. All 9 points clear to all. I am expecting your reply in chat box so that I can move on to the next unit now. Hope it is clear to all. Moving to the next unit, there we will be talking about the formal organization and informal organization. Okay, so let us see what do you mean by formal. Formal means I have in a very simple way I have simplified in the beginning itself. Okay, when we are talking about the organization, generally you will be come across in concept called as a formal and informal one. Okay, so it is standard answer actually. The formal organization is, okay, structured, well-defined jobs, authority, and responsibility. See, formal means the technical terminology which are used for explaining the formal formal organization. Okay, there will be a structure. Okay, so there will be a structure, well-defined job. Okay, structure is there. Structure in the sense one organization will be there, name will be there, the registration will be there, permission from the government is there, everything is there, and structure is there. Okay, structure means like top level, mid level, lower level, who are acting as a manager, people who are working on strategy, people who are working on finance, CEOs, and all the structure is there, who are working at middle level, who are working at lower level. So everything will be designed in a very what we call in a very intelligent way. Okay, so the we will tell you, like we will be getting blueprint before constructing a house, right? Where we want kitchen, where we want bedroom, where we want hall, where we want to sit out and all, everything we will be planned in advance before constructing a house, right? So blueprint we call now. So if you want to start any organization, there should be a plan. Okay, structure should be there, like what you want to do, like what you want to produce, goods, services, that and all, how to get it registered with the government, what is the investment on it, like how to manage it, who has to manage it, and whom you want as your employees, like qualification requirements and all, you will be planning well in advance, right? So structure. So formal organization is a structured one. Okay, hope it is clear. And well defined jobs. jobs will be well defined. Okay, so who has to do what, everything clearly mentioned. Okay, top level what they have to do, CEO what they have to do, CFO what they have to do. uh, like that it will be planned accordingly. The execution of work will be taking place in an organization. So well defined job. See, I'm an employee of KSI, well defined what I have to do, that has been well defined for me. Okay, so accordingly I will be executing my work. So moving to the authorities and responsibility, like who and all authoritative and who and all responsible for any mistakes takes place and all, making someone irresponsible for particular task execution and all will be done in the formal organization. So remember technical terminologies. It's a structured one, well defined jobs, authority and responsibility, well known to all. Okay, who and all are there under the authority and responsibility ladder. For them their authority and responsibility is clear, so that it will be very easy for them to execute the work. So moving to the characteristics features of the formal organization, this is also very important. Relating to formal organization you need to understand very well. Okay, so see here, in formal organization what will happen, I have told you, like structure means top to bottom and all they will be planning. Okay, first characteristic features, like top management will be there, some people will be doing business related strategy, some people will be planning about the international market and all, some people will be planning about finance and all, where to get in, which bank to get, which is most profitable and all, how much to raise the funds through shares and all, how much should be the equity, how much should be the borrowed fund and all. Everything they will be planning in the structure itself. Okay, then again, see, structure is actually based on the division of the labor and specialization. So when we are talking about the formal organization, there will be a division of labor and specialization. Okay, see, it is a structured organization. For example, if you take Infosys, it's a structured organization. Okay, so what they will do, they will be giving lot of priority to the division of the labor and specialization. See, for the some wings they will be recruiting B in mechanical, some wings they will be recruiting B in electronics and communication. For some wing they will be recruiting B in computer science and all. Like division of the labor is there, specialization is there. Hope it is clear. So when there is a structure is based on division of labor and specialization. Okay, it may be lower grade or upper grade, but specialization they will consider. Okay, like in what you are specialized. Even if you go to ITI training and all, people who comes with ITI and all, they will be looking into it, their specialization before placing them. Okay, so they will give a lot of priority, lot of importance to the divisionalization of labor as well as the specialization under the characteristic features of the formal organization. Second one, organization structure is based on division of labor and specialization. Okay, the first one is top management will be there. Okay, when we are talking about the formal organization, there will be a top management. Okay, so moving to the third point, organization structure. Okay, concentrates jobs to be performed. Okay, under the organization structure, this is third characteristic features of the formal organization. So under the, I mean, in the formal organization, lot of concentration will be given to the jobs to be performed, like which job to be performed. That will be given lot of priority. When we are talking about the formal organization, concentrate on the jobs to be performed. Which jobs to be performed? Specifically, they will be focusing. Specifically, they will be considering it more. Focus will be given to the which job should be performed, by whom should be performed. So all the things will be taken into the consideration. This is third characteristic features of the formal organization. Okay. Fourth one, sentiments does not take into the consideration. See, whenever we are talking about formal organization, sentiments does not take into the consideration. Okay, so this is we have I have explained you understood in the beginning itself, in the meaning itself you understood. It is actually structured one, then well defined jobs, authority and responsibility, everything is there. So here no sentiments will take place, okay, no sentiments will be considered, okay. Only thing, the job has been structured or the designed or formatted, okay. So who has to work what, everything has been decided well in advance. Formal means deciding well in advance what to do, how to do, by whom to do, everything, okay, everything, all the care has been taken, okay. So now only execution process should take place. While taking execution process, no sentiments they will consider, okay. Whatever well in advance decided, you need to work according to their demands and requirements only, because everything pre-planned, okay, everything pre-structured, everything they have made it in the blueprint format. So no concession will be given. Whatever they assign, you should work. Okay. So no concession will be considered at the workplace. Okay. At any conditions. Okay. In any condition, they will not give any sort of concession in the formal organization. This is the fourth character which you will be studying under the formal organization as a characteristic feature. Okay. Then, as I already told in the beginning itself, while explaining meaning itself, that is authority and responsibility. There will be authority and there will be the responsibility. Suppose I am the authoritative person, means I will be giving responsibility to you to execute some sort of work. So there will be authority and responsibility. For example, if you take organization, HR manager will be there, or then organizer, then account department manager will be there, then marketing department manager will be there, advertising department manager will be there. So you will be assigning tasks to subordinates, okay. So authority is there, responsibility allocation is there, okay. Then obviously as a result you will be executing work very well. Hope it is clear to all. So organization, formal organization means understood it as a well structured, well defined jobs, authority and responsibility it will be there. It is called as a formal one. Okay. Then characteristic features of formal organization. Here what will happen? Formal organization, under that organization structure, top management must and should be there. Then organization structure based on division of labor and specialization. Most priority they will be giving to the division as well as specialization, okay. And next, organization structure will be designed in such a way that lot of concentration will be given to the jobs to be performed, and the organization structure is designed in such a way that no sentiment works over there, okay. Then authority and responsibility is there. Organization structure is designed or formatted in such a way that authority and responsibility will be there, because they have to get it done work, okay. So they will be very particular and very strict about it. As a result, authority and responsibility is there, no one can escape, okay. Since authority is there, they will be giving instruction within so and so time you have to complete so and so one. That's all. Subordinate has to execute it, okay. So authority will be there, responsibility will be there. This is the features, characteristic features of the formal organization. Hope it is clear to all. Is my voice is audible? You are able to hear my voice? Is it okay? Please mention in chat box so that I can see and I can move on to the other topic now. Is my voice is audible? Okay, I will be moving to the next heading, informal organization. Both formal and informal, most important, and you need to understand about it. Okay, so informal organization, it is just opposite to formal one. Okay, informal organization is depending on the or else based on the attitudes, emotions, prejudice, likes, dislikes. Okay, informal organization. Organizing means what? Gathering two or more people, right? So formal means like structured one. Okay, so and so people are working in an organization, means so and so people should gather. Okay, so and so time stated, whatever it is there, within the time they have to gather, they have to discuss, they have to get into the activities. That is formal one. Here what will happen, it is informal means not structured one, okay, not well defined jobs also. There is no authority and responsibility, okay. Informal one, it is only based on attitudes, okay. Your attitude and your friend attitude, my attitude should go along well, then only we can gather, okay. Informally we can gather. Suppose we five are friends, okay, we will be deciding to meet at 5 o'clock. If our mentality matches, we will be meeting at 5 o'clock. If mentality, our attitudes vary from one person to another person, someone will tell 5 o'clock is not possible, I will not come. Whatever is there, you tell me in phone, like that they will tell, right? So here, attitudes most, it will play most of the roles. Your attitude, like all group members' attitude should match. Then only we can make informal gathering. That is nothing but called as an informal organization. Emotions. See, suppose if you want to discuss about some topic, I have a lot of emotion towards that concept. I have conveyed to you also. If you don't have emotion towards whatever I have told you, then obviously you will not come for the discussion. You will not come for gathering. Okay. So emotions, whatever I have mentioned, your emotion, my emotion, and whomever are there in that group, everyone's emotion should get matched. Then gathering will take place. I mean to say, informal organization will take place. Okay. Prejudices, lot of prejudices will be there. Okay, there also it should get matches. Okay, between the members, complications will be there, understanding vary will be there. So that is also come along in a proper way, along with all members who are there in the group. Then we will be gathering informal one, we call it likes. See, I will tell you something that regarding so matter. I like this matter very much. I like this concept very much. Let us meet and have discussion. I will tell as a group member. If other group members are not having likes towards the concept, whatever I have mentioned, what will happen? They will not come for gathering. Okay, if they likes it, they will come for the gathering. So that is called as an informal organization. Dislikes dislikes will be there. Okay, so all the members, for all these features, there is no place in formal organization, whether you like it or not like it. Okay, whether you like it or dislike it, whether you suppose you are not having emotion towards it, your attitude is not responding positively towards the organization, some matter, whatever it may be, in spite of lot of prejudices, whatever it may be, the cases or the situation, you should mandatorily come, because it is a structured one in case of the formal one. In case of informal one, all this will take prominent roles: attitudes, emotions, prejudices, likes, and dislikes. Okay, so all will take place. If someone's attitudes is not matching with the group member, emotions not matching, prejudices is there, then likes are not matching, then they're having dislikes about it. It will not take place only. Okay, because since it is not mandatory, also, right? There is no authority and responsibility. So as a result, what will happen? It is opposite. If you want it, you will be having discussion. If you don't want it, we will not have it. Okay. Hope it is clear to all. You understood, I think, the difference between formal one and informal one. Okay. I think you understood informal organization. Now moving to the characteristic features of informal organization. So here few characteristic features are there. I see here informal organization is unplanned. I have told you, right? See, sometimes I will call you and tell you that we will meet at 5 o'clock. And that message will be given to all members. Okay, unplanned, just like that, we will be gathering. Okay, then it's a natural process. Since it is not planned one, obviously it is the natural process. Okay, so just like that, we will be gathering, just like that, we will be having discussion about some topic. Even topic is not decided well in advance. Okay, so some topic we will be gathering and we will be discussing, natural process. Okay, so like sometimes what will happen, see, even in organization also, yeah, many departments will be there, right? So what will happen, sometimes just casually they will meet. Okay, just casually, Production department people will meet technical people. Technical people will meet finance department. Just casually, okay? By as an accidentally they will meet, and they will have some discussion. So time is not decided, place is not decided, matter is not decided. Hence, it is called natural processor. Okay. Moving to the third characteristic features of informal organization, that reflects the human relationship. Okay. I told you people already. See, when I tell something to you, you should like it. Okay. You should have emotion towards what I have said to you, and prejudices should not be there. Likes and dislikes and all will play a major role. Okay, so it is actually reflections of human relationship. Suppose if there is a good relationship between you and me and other group members, so obviously what will happen, it will take place, gathering will take place, informally it will take place. Oh, my friend has called me, I don't know what he or she want to discuss, but still I will go. It may be junk, it may be waste, but still I will attend. We will tell, no. So because of lot of bondage, affection, the relationship only, we will meet the people. Okay, whatever may be the discussion, we may like it, we may not like it. Okay, you should have the human relationship. Okay, then only the informal organization takes place. So this is the third characteristic features reflects the human relationship. Moving to the fourth characteristic features, that is common taste, common problem, common language, religion, culture. Sometimes gathering is depending on common problem. Suppose I and you have to solve the problem of same, what will happen, we will thought of meeting, because when we meet, when we have discussion, we may find some solution, because yours and mine problem will be the same. So when there is the problem same, obviously we will be meeting it. Okay, common taste also should be the same. See, her taste is not matching with me, his taste is not matching with me, we will tell, no, in while talking we will mention it, right? In an organization also, how it will take place, like common taste should be there, common problem should be there, and sometimes see, the languages also matters. Okay, that is also one of the barricator. So it, that is also one of the problems. See, my language is different, your language is different. Sometimes, like whatever we I tell, you will not understand, whatever you will tell, my I will not understand. So if there is that problem is there, then obviously we will not meet. So language will be one of the barrier. This is one of the characteristic features. Fourth one, under that you will be studying about the common taste, problem, language, then religion and culture. Sometimes religion also matters. See, she is or he is not my religion. So in the sense, the matter within it will vary, right? One religion to another religion, thinking process will vary, customs will vary, culture will vary. As a result, like even if I get into other religion, like I will not be knowing what to discuss, because I don't know, right? So see, even if they come to my group, since their religion is different, my religion is different, relating to religion or relating to some habits, relating to some practice, to have discussion, it will be a very problem, because I have no exposure to her religion. So religion also matters. Even about culture, when situation comes to talk about the culture, we will not be knowing their culture, right? Or they will not be knowing our culture, because we will not be having exposure, right? Sometimes, see, in OB, lot of things we are studying about heredity, brain, then forefathers, beliefs, culture, and all we are understanding in this subject. So that is the reason, whatever we got from our background, parents, and all, it will not permit us to have discussion with the other culture people, because in their family, their thought will be a different. Our family people will thought us in different way. So due to this informal communication, informal organization will not take place. Okay, so this is one of the fourth characteristic and last characteristic features of the informal organizations. Four we have discussed. First one is unplanned, it's a natural, then reflects human relation. Fourth one is common taste, problem, language, religion, culture. So all this matters a lot to have an informal organization. Informal, first of all, informal is just opposite to formal one. Okay, it is not structured one, well defined or well designed, well in advanced duties. There is no authority and responsibility. Okay, it is only purely based on attitudes, emotions, prejudices, likes and dislikes. Okay, so it has some characteristic features. The first one is very much unplanned. It is okay. This is very simple to understand, very easy to remember also. Unplanned, natural it is actually. It's only human relation is good, on the basis of human relation only it will be taking place. And fourth point, people should have the common taste, common problem, common language, common religion, common culture. Then informal will take place very easily. Otherwise, it is very complicated to, people gather and have this informal organization. Hope it is clear to all. Is it clear to all? In comparativity also you can comparative study of formal and informal. This is the basic understanding what I have explained to you people about the formal one and informal one, basic thing. With the help of this basic points you can differ, you can do comparisons. Okay, what is meaning of formal one, informal one, how formal will take place, how informal will take place. Those things, just if you make little point whatever I have told, with that you can differentiate. You can do comparison. Okay, that is the next study. Next is differences between the formal and informal. Okay, differences between the formal and informal. Okay, differences between the formal organization, informal organization. See, the first point is formation. Okay, formation itself is a different. Purpose is also different. Their specific purpose will be there in the formal organization. In informal, general purpose. Okay, then structure. Structure will be there. Well defined, advanced structure will be there in formal. Here there is no structure as such in informal one. Okay, flexibility. See, in formal one there is no flexibility. Okay, no concession. We have stated few points under that, right? No concession will be given. No formality will be there. No flexibility. Here, lot of flexibility. As I told you, people. Suppose if we are 50 members in the group, some may come, some may not come. Okay, some may like, some may not like it. Okay, so like that, lot of differences are there. So formation itself tells that there will be a formation. Here there is no formation. There will be a purpose. Here there is no purpose. There will be a structure. Here there is no structure. There will be a there will not be any flexibility. Here flexibility is there. Okay, so next to difference is actually chain of command. Okay, chain commander. We see in formal one, commanding will be there. Since we are talking about authority and responsibility, that means commanding. See, when my authority is there, he will command. He will ask me to get things done within so and so time, whatever has been specified, right? So commanding will be there in case of the formal one. In case of the informal one, there is no command. Okay, it's only human relation. I thought you people few seconds ago. It's only based on the human relation. If yours and my relation is good, then we will be gathering. Otherwise, we will not gather. Okay, but I can't command you. Okay, so this is called as an informal one. Then the stability will be there. In case of the formal one, stability will be there because meeting and all mandatory, right? So lot of stability will be there in the flow chart. But here, because that is well planned in advance, right? You can't skip it, you can't miss it. Okay, so you should execute as per the decided one, well decided one, well structured one. Whatever you have done advancedly, as per your movement should be there. But here it is not there because due to so many factors as a feature, characteristic features I have explained you people, it's like not mandatory. Okay, stability is not there. Like whenever we want we will be meeting, whatever we want we will be discussing. Even time is not fixed, place is not fixed, matter is also not fixed. Okay, there is no continuity. Like this time whenever we meet we will be discussing something. Next week whenever suppose if we meet we will be discussing other thing. So there is no continuity, there is no stability at all. Okay, as we like, we will be making up the point. Moving to the third one, next one, human relations. See, here I told that, there I told there is no concession in formal one. So there is no question of human relation and all. Okay, structure is there, well defined duties are there, authority is there, responsibility is there. You should carry on it. Okay, that is all. But here, human relations. See, if you want to meet, suppose we have formed a informal organization. So here we want to do something to good to the society, like what we call some societal related good works. Okay, some slum related good works relating to that one group we have formed. Okay, there we will ask all members to come and carry on so and so work. But members may come, may not come, because depending on so many things I have explained already. So here, depending on the human relation, only on the basis of our relationships, we have to get along, or else it is not possible. Okay, leadership. When we are talking about formal one, authority, responsibility, and all, we are talking there. Obviously, leadership will be there. Okay, so here everyone are equal in informal. Okay, all members are equal. That is why no command. Okay, no chain of command will come across in informal one. No leadership will be there. All are equally important. Okay, all can express their opinion. All can talk, like suppose if one member propose some sort of concept, like for talking relating to that, if he or she mentions, other people may tell that we are not liking this concept, whatever you have proposed to talk now, let us skip that and we talk some other thing. They may tell like that, but in case of formal one, it is highly impossible. Whatever the management says, you need to do it. That is all. Okay, so because leadership is there, no, so they will tell the instructions. You have to do so and so work. We will be giving direction. You have to work so and so hours. So that and all will be comes from the higher authority. Okay, that is why you'll be come across in the leadership. Here there is no leaders. Okay, so hope it is clear to all. Then significance, benefits, and all common thing. So based on this, again the concept will repeat same, like significance, benefits, and all. Sometimes informal is most beneficial. Sometimes formal is most beneficial. It depends on the situation. See, for the organization, you cannot propose the informal one, because everything should go as per the plan, right? Because after all, they are making huge investments, so they need lot of turnovers and all. They have to pay salary to so many people and all, tax to the government and all. So many things, ethical aspects and all, they have to maintain while running business and all. So as a result, they will be very strict. So when you take, it depends on the situation. Okay, it depends on the organization and what you will take. Depending on that, we will be selecting formal and informal. Okay, so sometimes it cannot be so strictly followed, strictly done kind of things, means we can go for the informal one. Okay, haphazardly it will take place. No time boundary, no time task and all. When there is a time task, time boundary, return and all, we have to get it. Lot of huge fund has been raised through the issuing shares and borrowed fund and all is there, means lot of pressure will be there. As a result, you will be finding the formal one. So where there is a flexibility, then obviously you'll find no leader, no command, no profitability, no turnover, no target. That kind of things it will be taking place. Okay, with this you can write the significance and benefits of the formal and informal one. Hope it is clear to all. Is it clear to all? So I'll be moving to the next unit since I have 2 minutes, 2 more minutes. Okay. See, now the next unit is talking about the group group types. Group means what? Two or more than people when they gather and when they do some activities called as a group, right? So in group you have group related also. Group related matter is also very important. Okay, you need to concentrate more on it. Group types: formal group, informal group, command and task group, interest and friendship. Okay, so group means two or more people who will be having the same interest and all, they'll be gathering and they'll be getting into some sort of activities called as in a group. So in group they will be finding what we call four types. One is the formal group, informal group, command and task group, interest and friendship group. Okay, so in formal group, what will happen? It will be like clearly they will mention authority and responsibility. Okay, it is also known as the official organization. In formal group, clearly authority and responsibility known. Okay, as a official organization. So far I have discussed many things about formal and informal, more or less common. Near to that, the meaning is actually. So, formal group means clearly authority and responsibility is mentioned as a official organization. So, suppose ours is one group. Authority and responsibility clearly mentioned, like who has to execute as authority and who has to work as subordinate. What is there as a subordinate? What is their responsibility and all. So, everything they will be mentioned in it. It is called a formal group. Informal one, social interactions. Okay, as I have explained so far, it's only based on human relation. Means obviously it is a social interaction. It will be taking place on the social interaction. So sometimes we will travel somewhere and all. What will happen? We will find they. I'll start one topic. Means he will also or she will also comes with me and they will also participate in discussion and all. That is social interaction, just like social interaction. Then command and getting task. Here, actually, composed of subordinates report directly to the common boss. Okay, so here boss will be there, subordinates will be there, and the commanding will be there. Okay, command and getting them tasks. So when there is a command, obviously you will understand that there will be authority and responsibility. When there is authority, commanding will take place, responsibility allotment will take place, getting things done will also take place. Okay, so interest and friendship here common. Like suppose your and my interest is same, common. Based on friendship also, we will form a group. So four types of groups: formal, informal, command and task, and interest and friendship. Okay, so common interest, if we are friends, group will be taking place. Okay, command and task means authority responsibility will be there. Higher level, lower level will be there. Then informal, social interactions. Formal, clear authority and responsibility. With this, I will be concluding. Thank you so much. Is it clear at all?